Yo, what's up? Thanks for listening in again on the Shetler Show. This is Kevin Clem doing another intro. This week we got to talk with Charlie Thomas. He's a pro skateboarder for Preservation Skateboards and a longtime friend of Anthony's. We got to discuss fatherhood, what's going on at Preservation Skateboards, helping turn Anthony pro, hospital visits to Mike Franklin after Mike crashed on a motorcycle, his friendship with Kris Markovich, becoming team manager for World Industries, his recent life, and a ton more. This episode was super sick to sit in on because Anthony and him had been friends for a super long time and they had a lot of stories to share together, so it was cool to watch them catch up. So, yeah, you guys are going to like to listen to this. Coming up on November 3rd, 2018, we'll be hosting the New England Am Skate Contest at the Edge Indoor Skatepark in Taunton, Massachusetts. It's going to be open Am individual runs. If you live in the area, be sure to come down and check it out. And if you or someone you know would like to skate the event, save some time on sign up by pre-registering at the link that is in the description. Also be sure to check out our social media on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube at All I Need Skate. The best way to support the Shetler Show is to subscribe, comment, and rate us on iTunes. For shops who want to carry and support All I Need, our products can be found through Eastern Skate Supply. There is also a link for that in the description. And finally, just be sure to check out allineedskate.com. All right, guys, enjoy the episode.
Thrive. I was like, yo, this is crazy. Like, I gotta get on this.
I just love the skating and the scene.
Rain, go away. All I need is a skateboard today.
This is the Shetler Show featuring professional skateboarder, podcaster, and All I Need Skate founder, Anthony Shetler.
So it was hot. Everyone was doing it.
Yeah, they're looking for their dad's fucking metal skateboards in the garage.
Yeah, exactly.
Get on this thing.
Each episode brings you amazing discussions with interesting people from all walks of life.
Kind of when skateboarding clicked for me, and you learn some tricks or whatever, and you get that appreciation from your peers, you know? The other skaters are like, holy shit, like, yeah, dude, that's rad.
Admiration.
Yeah, the admiration or the affirmation.
Real, recognized real.
If I didn't experience those crazy moments in my life, then these great moments would never be as great as they have been.
Honestly, like for me, I just loved it. Like I saw those dudes, I saw those videos, and I was like, holy fuck, this is sick.
Yeah.
This is what I want to do.
Hell yeah. Alright, well, sick. I'm hyped at, how many times you been on? This second, third? What? Second time?
Yeah.
Nice. We're not doing this enough, that's for sure.
That's for sure. Yeah, no, that's why I was hyped whenever you're like, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, man. There's a lot of skateboarders. I found out there's the endless amount of skateboarders that you can talk to, so.
Yes, absolutely.
It's hard to get to, like, everyone, you know?
Oh, for sure. Who's your, excuse me, but who was your last guest? Or that last one you edited and put out? Because I know that wasn't your last guest.
Yeah, who was it? Who did we do last, Kevin?
Dave from Blue Tile, I think.
Oh, yeah, Dave from Blue Tile. You know Dave?
Oh, yeah, that's right, because you interviewed him last week when we were talking.
Yeah, that's right. Dave's the man, dude.
So
yeah, for sure.
I kind of knew that, but, like, it's nice to confirm it, you know?
Yeah, I call him I got to know him through calling the shop for Preservation.
Yeah.
But, like, just, you know, sometimes I call just to shoot the shit. Like, hey, what's going on? Da-da-da-da.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely, he speaks really well, too. I told him that, like, after I was like, dude, you're really good at holding conversation, I guess because he's just been in the shop for a long-ass time.
Right. He's like, anybody comes in, I get a little bored and need to hold that onto that and create a conversation.
Yeah. So wait, where are you? You're in a spare room here?
Yeah, it's like our extra bedroom at the house.
Nice. And how is we were kind of touching on it a little bit, but how's that was my first question. We were going to go back and forth, but my first was, how's being a father?
Amazing.
Hell yeah. You have to say that, but you're on the spot, dude.
It's crazy, like, just to come home and, like, see her, and she's almost 2, so she's starting to, like, put together, like, sentences, or she's really, like, repeating everything. Like, one morning, like, she just came out, and she's like, how are you? I was like, what? What are you
Jesus.
talking about? It's hilarious. Like last night, I was playing with her, and I was rubbing my eyes or something. I was like that, and she came over and grabbed my face, and she goes, "Okay, yep, okay," like asking if I was okay.
Damn, that's heavy.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy, dude.
That's your sperm developed into a child, bro.
That's some powerful stuff right there, Anthony.
Charlie the Creator. Cheers to
That's
that
right.
one. We've known each other for a long time, dude, so it's been a while, man.
It's been a minute for sure.
Yeah. You've made the transition to father fucking nicely.
Thank you. I had about a good 10-year run of practice.
Yeah, with skateboard teams?
Yes.
Trying to manage Mike Franklin and change his diapers, literally and figuratively.
I wasn't changing his diapers.
Pretty much, he'd like. No, he would like. You had to bring him to the hospital multiple times, and like, remember that time with the piss bag, and you like popped it all over the place, and like, we were close.
I had to send him home. I'm like, no, you're a bad kid. You're hurt. You need to go home.
We were close to changing his diapers that time.
Yes, absolutely.
That's funny, man. Well, it's good.
Oh yeah, dude. Over the years, I've had some fun ones for sure.
Yeah, well, I'm glad that, like, I don't know. I'm hyped you're a father. You seem like you'd always be one. You're a good team manager and a great friend, so.
Well, thank you, sir.
Yeah.
I'm hyped to see you doing so much and freaking making it happen, dude.
Dude, I learned a lot from you and RP. Thanks.
Hey, there was never a lack of self-motivation, so.
Oh, yeah, I know. For me, sometimes it's, like, too much. I need to, like, take a day off occasionally, you know? Or I balance it out a little bit better nowadays, but for sure, I would, like, try too hard at times just out of stress and worry and wanting to do as much as possible.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely, dude.
Yeah, I can't help it, you know?
How's Elwood?
Oh, Elwood's chilling, dude. He's good. And we got Emma.
Amber Pants still around?
No, Amber passed.
Oh, man.
Fucking rough one, Charlie. Rough one.
Dude.
It was brutal, dude. It was she had ulcerated cancer on the outside of her body, and like it was my first time ever having to like really deal with it. You know, like I didn't know how heavy it was gonna get, and it got to the point where like we had to like put her down, but like I didn't know where that line was, and I was trying to take care of her, and it's just like she's not getting better. You know, like have you lost the dog? Like had to put a dog down?
I still got Benny.
Nice.
He's still kicking it hard.
Hell yeah, Benny's crushing.
Oh yeah, dude, he's still crushing. He's still a spoiled brat for sure.
Yeah, but so Amber passed. That was rough, but we put her down at the house in the backyard, and then yeah, and then my lady, like, I was like heartbroken. I was like, fuck, dude, I don't want any more life that I have to take care of because I've had enough heartbreak in my life for like, you know, I'm like, I don't want to volunteer, like I don't want to take it on, you know. But she just came to the New England Am one year with a new dog, and she's like, we got a dog while I'm running this contest. I'm like, what? Like, we'll deal with this later, you know. And then of course Emma's the fucking best, and I'm in love with her, and you know. Of
course you went home and you were like, it's the best.
Yeah. But 2 losses. If I'm lucky, I gotta take 2 more with Elwood and Emma. If I'm lucky, because I outlive them, and then I'm gonna have to go through that fucking heartache. People get jaded though, dude. I have friends that like have had many dogs, and they're just like, yeah, they die. You get new ones. I'm like, what? Like, can't do it, dude. I'm a big pussy apparently.
You're an emotional gentleman.
Thank you. I'm sensitive. Okay, so it's your turn to ask me a question. We're gonna switch back and forth.
All right. You told me when we were text messaging the other day between me and Kris.
Yes.
Ortiz, that is.
Yes. What up, Ortiz?
That you're working on a video part. Tell me about that.
Okay. So thank you for asking that. Actually, so we're working on our 3rd full-length video with All I Need, and it's titled Good Eye, and nice. The title came from when I first went out to San Francisco. Like one of my first sponsors was Deluxe, so it was like Spitfire Thunder, and I went out there and skated with like Ernie Torres, Peter Ramondetta. I lived at Dennis Buznitz for like a month on his couch, and we went out shooting with Gabe Morford all the time, and like anytime you'd almost nut a rail or you'd get out of something safely, he'd just be like, good eye, and it like always stuck with me, and I was like, yeah. And then I just started saying it, and I've been teaching lessons and like emceeing contests for years now, and it's just like Good Eye. I've just said it so much that I'm like, that's the name of the video, you know?
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
All right, well, so let's volley back. What are you working on video wise?
I have a graphic that's about to drop, so we're gonna do a little commercial for it. So I actually got to get on the ball to film some stuff. I moved back to my hometown about a year ago.
Nice.
And other than like, you know, some of the homies like iPhone filming, it's a little rough.
Well, it's weird. It's weird nowadays. Like, it's weird because there's so many cameras everywhere. Everyone has phones. It's like it's weird that people don't have any structure. Like when we were coming up, it was all about filming your video parts and you had a filmer and all. Now it's like the media's changed, so it's like not clearly defined like what people's roles are. Strange.
Yeah. I mean, like in New Orleans, like I have my buddy Todd, who's our filmer for Preservation, and I can, you know, film with him, but going back this weekend, so hopefully I'll get some stuff with him. But it's just been a little tougher here in Lafayette for me to get like, oh, I got this filmer to go film with. It's just like I'm skating with like the older guys that I grew up skating with, like Shannon May and my buddy Steven, and like we'll film each other on our phones, but it's not like none of us have like a camera, or we're like, and it's, you know, mostly like we're just sessioning.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh, hey, why don't you want to film a little line, or you want to do something? It's not like we're out in the streets trying to get jiggy.
Yeah. It's funny because we kind of set up a system where like everybody in the crew, we go out, this fly, Kevin, intern that fly, kill that fly.
It's your job, Kevin.
Or he's an employee, not an intern. I forgot. He's no longer an intern. But just employ that fly. Give him a job.
Sure, I'll employ it.
If it disappears, let it disappear. But yeah, we've been going out with our crew, and like everyone kind of has their phone, so we're like, let's all film clips and then send it to me, and we'll put out like a little like skate vlog of like our trip, the day trip. Yeah. But then we have like our homie Sammy, who films, but he just got smoked actually. Ooh, he did terrible. Ankle, dude, was rough.
Filming?
Yeah, no, he was skating and he just like sat on his ankle, you know, and then it's like that whole thing. He's okay, but he got off kind of lucky for what it was, you know. But he'll have his camera, so when someone's like, all right, like let's get serious, I'm gonna save this one for my video part, you know. So it kind of works because everyone's kind of like, sometimes we roll deep and there's dudes over there filming on their phones. I'm filming someone on their phone, or they're filming me, and we know it's going towards this vlog that we're gonna make for social media. And then whenever you want to get serious, everyone just puts their phones away and Sammy breaks out the cam, or whoever's filming, you know.
Do you have to implement a no social media post rule at the spot?
I think it's just like common, like understood, like everyone goes.
No, it's not common sense. It might be understood by your group.
That's why I changed the wording, Charlie. But yes, everyone knows. Although we do need more people to shoot photos of like some hammer tricks, because photos you can put out, you know. I love seeing a photo of a trick that's to come.
Hey, always the magazine first, photo first, then the footage.
Yeah, exactly. So
that was always the great anticipation. Like when I was growing up, I'd get a Transworld, or you get that interview in Transworld, and you're looking at everyone's photos they have, and then you, like a couple months down the line, the video part comes out, and you're just like, damn, or like a month later, or whatever, however they timed it. But
yeah, you're like,
you would
whoa.
see something, and like a long time later, you'd still be like, damn, I remember that photo.
Yeah, and it's always like, you're like, whoa, that's as gnarly as the photo made it look, or whoa, it's way gnarlier from that, you know, like you had something to gauge it, and kind of, I agree. It makes me want to see the part that much more when I see like a nice still.
Absolutely.
Excuse me. Okay, so
it's that brown mouthwash you've been putting down.
It's Johnny Walker Black Label. And yeah, I have it in a little, like, I couldn't find a shot glass to sip on, so I got like a little Dixie cup.
Like you're going to the dentist.
Yeah.
You can spit now.
Yeah.
Rinse and spit.
So do you have like a board graphic coming out that you're gonna film like something to promote it?
Yes.
Nice. That's awesome.
We're actually gonna drop like Monday. Well, like we put a little teaser on Instagram today.
Nice.
But it's a drawn picture of, it's like a tribute to Fats Domino.
Say it again.
It's a tribute to like Fats Domino.
Which is?
Fats Domino was a famous piano player from New Orleans, and so he's like kind of an icon of New Orleans musicians.
Nice. Yeah, there's some great music that's come out of that area. He's actually pulling it up too. How do you spell it?
Fats, like fat, F-A-T-S.
Oh, nice. Like fat booty?
Yeah. Fats
Nice.
Domino.
Oh, there he is. Oh, he's a steezy looking guy too, Chuck.
Yeah, so like James, who owns Preservation, he was working on this graphic. He didn't really know what he wanted to do with it, and like I needed a board, and we kind of went back and forth, and I liked the direction he had going with it. So, is that Anthony I see?
Yeah,
Drinking and smoking while we're talking? Wow.
The podcast has become my sanctuary to have fun. I've worked really hard all week. I want to smoke a little bit, drink a little bit. Like
you're gonna be stretching for like 5 hours.
Exactly, dude. And like as I get older too, I've been drinking a little bit more, not much more, but
yeah.
But I stretch until I'm sober.
I'm sure you do.
Or I've gotten to cleaning too. That's the thing, like clean until I'm sober, because then I don't feel bad. Like I did drink, but I cleaned a bunch of shit. Wake up, the house is clean.
Looks good.
Yeah.
House looks good.
I'm sorry, but what were you talking about? You're talking about the board.
So it was like it's a drawing of him, but it's really like mostly his hand, and he was a piano player, so it's him playing the piano, and he had this giant ring that was like this with crazy diamond out ring.
Hell yeah.
So it's got crazy bling.
That's
so
sick.
It's like you can see the ring, and you can see like his cuff on his shirt, and has like a what do you call it?
Like
it's
a
cufflink.
Cufflink,
Big
yeah.
Cufflink. And then his hand on the piano, and it's drawn kind of really rough. And then my name's like above the piano in like a similar style as like as the drawing, and it's kind of like watercolored.
Oh, sick. I've been thinking a lot about watercolor because Peter, that does all the art for us, he's been messing around with some watercolor stuff, and it looks so sick. I love the way that looks.
Yeah, if you look on my Instagram, I posted it today.
It's just at Charlie Thomas?
Yep.
Yeah, pull her
I
up.
know you follow me. Don't get crazy.
No, this is for Kevin, the employee.
Don't blow it, Kevin.
No pressure, bro.
So that's like a sneak peek that I put on my Instagram.
You would have loved Kevin on trips, dude. Kevin skates hard, and he's not too much of a he's not getting hurt every other day or like being too reckless. He's got like a right amount of reckless and fun, you know.
he's not getting too Timmy.
No. Timmy's been pretty good though, actually. We'll have to go into Timmy for sure. Oh, that's sick looking. That little preview with the watercolor.
Yeah.
That's rad. So that's not the whole graphic. That's just like a snippet.
Yeah.
Nice, dude. That's sick, man. So how's everything going with Preservation? What's the roles and like, what are you guys doing now?
It's good. You know, like we switched over to PS sticks for our wood, so that was a big move beginning of the year. And then we just been kind of slowly introducing new graphics because we wanted by the end of the year like to have like a full line of stuff, but it all on PS sticks.
Yeah.
So like where we're at previous, like we couldn't bring old graphics over.
Yep. So that's nice.
So we had like 4 or 5 boards, or like so we've just been slowly integrating more graphics.
That's right, man.
And we just did a collab with Ground Floor.
Ground Floor is a skate shop?
Yeah, it's in Rockford, Illinois.
Yeah, I've heard of them.
Guy Eric's super cool. Like they from day one, they just like backed us, and we're like hyped on everything we had going on, and like. Oh,
he pulled up the graphic. Hey, it's like another like Louisiana. Who's that? Smoking Joe.
Yeah, it's Joe. It's this jazz guy, Joe Henderson.
Nice.
We did like a little commercial And he was just, we went back and forth, and it was just something we came up with that doesn't really have a correlation to like Rockford or necessarily New Orleans, but other than the guy's like was a huge jazz musician.
Yeah.
And New Orleans is known for its jazz. And we just kind of went back and forth on graphics, and he was psyched on that.
That's sick, man. So that's cool. It's cool to work with someone else as like a small brand and work with a shop like that. That's awesome.
Yeah, it was really cool. So hopefully down the line, we've talked to Humidity. We'll do something with those guys. That's our home shop. You know, that's who we love. That's our dudes. Philly out there holds the scene down in New Orleans, and he always has a lot going on. So it's kind of tough to wrangle him down for a project, but definitely maybe even some. Me and him have talked about some Blue Monday stuff too.
Oh, rad. So do you have a park around you?
So we have like a couple of dudes pitch in for a little indoor spot, like a little TF.
Like it's like a private one?
Yeah.
Wow, that's sick.
So I'll skate that, and then Cajun Dome is a spot. So it's like an event space, like where there would be concerts, sporting events, stuff like that, right? So it's this spot. Literally, Anthony, I grew up skating this spot. Like when I was like 16, 17. Like, it's been around that long, and it's perfect ground. It's covered. The entrance is covered.
Yes.
It's got a super long sidewalk, best slappy curb, best ground, and then brick ledges.
Nice.
And one of the brick and the ledge is kind of tall. It's like a little over knee, and it's long, but like when we started skating there, they were really square and didn't like slide or anything worth a crap.
Yeah.
And it's so rounded and skated, and dude, to this day, like on a weekend, if I have like some time, like baby sleeping or whatever, like, and I just know I have a limited amount of time, and there's nothing going on at the Cajun Dome, I'm going to the Cajun Dome.
Nice.
Because it's like I feel, I sort of can be street skating, and like the ground's perfect, and it's covered, so if it's really hot, I'm not dying.
Yeah.
And like it's always fun. My buddy Steven or Shannon will bring like an obstacle, so we'll have a box or something else there too.
Yeah, you can go sweat the day off, dude.
Exactly.
That's awesome.
So that's always fun. There is 2 little parks pretty close to here, but honestly, I'd rather just go skate Cajun Dome.
Nice. Yeah. You like street skating?
Yes, I like street skating. Even at 45, I still like street skating.
Hell yeah. That's good to know. It's good to know, man. I'm 35. I'm 10. Dude, I'm there, and I'm still in the streets trying to go street skate.
Oh, I know you still got it in the streets.
Yeah, it's the funnest fucking thing ever. Especially when you go with people and you guys find some sick shit that you're really hyped on.
Nice.
That's what I like about where we're at. We're like by so many cities, like Boston, Providence, New York's not too far, like, and there's so many other cities around too, Fall River, New Bedford, like Worcester. There's so many, like, it's crazy. We spend like
New Bedford crew.
Yeah,
how's the boys?
Killing it, man. Jay moved the shop around right next to No Prob, basically, to a bigger spot, because
that's what I heard.
Yeah. Paiva, No Problemo, just had the space, and they just opened it up for that, so that's cool. It's like a new location, and it's bigger, and I don't know, it's rad to see it, because it's like, I've seen Solstice from the beginning when it was like this one little spot above a library, just like small little tight little quarters, but now it's like got a legit spot, which is awesome. And they've been doing DIY stuff there. Cabana Bat, the overpass there, the DIY overpass, they've been adding all types of concrete and like pouring stuff, and it's just changed.
We skated it when I went out there with you.
Yeah, we went there, that's right.
Yeah, it's a fun little spot.
Oh, dude, you wouldn't even recognize it now. They've switched it up. They've built up so much stuff.
Legit.
Yeah, it's like, well, I mean, it's still DIY, clearly. Like, the ground's rough and shit, but, like, it's so much better. Like, it's turning into, like, this epic skate park built just DIY spirit, you know?
That's so sick.
Yeah, it's sick. I really like that place a lot. They got another park around there too. It's called Livesey Skate Park. I don't know if we went there, but that's the one I grew up and like learned all my tricks. But it was just like the shitty DIY park. But they've redone it now, so that one's like a legit park too. Yeah, it's crazy.
No, we didn't skate that one. You still got the Monster Flat Bar?
Yeah. We actually just glad you asked. We actually just did a contest, a fall brawl contest at the Edge, and we did a 16-foot round bar. And I brought my bar. Billy put it in the truck. We loaded it up. And gave out some free stuff for epic tricks on that thing. And it was in front of the Edge, so it's slightly downhill, smooth pavement, super fun. Yeah. So how's the back threes going?
Still breaking boards, but I still got them.
Have you got?
Still like them.
Are you still pursuing that one, or have you got one that you're like that's the one, or do you still you're like I could do it better? I can barely do the trick.
I mean, I still like. I'll still go to a spot and be like, I can back three that.
Yeah.
Like, I still like to do the trick.
Yeah.
It's still like, I don't know. It's just one of those ones where I'm like, that's my trick I like. Like.
Yeah, you got a good one. You whip it all around. You do like an official one, you know. Like I kind of use like skate park maneuvering and masonite to slide it a little bit, you know.
I think that's funny. Actually, that you said that. I was watching a game, one of those games of skate, on the barracks, and someone did one, and like the other person literally like did a back 180.
Yeah, like a cheater.
Did it around, and I'm like, dude, that's not the same trick.
Cheated it.
Cheated it for sure, dude. That front foot's got to come off the board, lift up, back down.
Yeah, you got to get that all the way around. I can't even claim I can do the trick because I don't think I've ever gotten one.
It's all shoulders.
Yeah, I've been learning that. That and like your body follows your eyesight, so when you're spinning, just look which way you're going.
Right.
I teach skateboard lessons. I've relearned that lesson a lot.
How long have you been teaching the lessons?
It's been a long time now. It's been years. I just do it on the weekends, and like usually it's like some young kids that are really excited at skateboarding, and I do them one-on-one, so nice. That, yeah, one-on-one is like the best because you actually can help them like get their balance, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like because I tried doing groups before, and it was like too much. It became like everybody just wanted to have like it's just little kids, you know, and you can only manage so many, and then you can't really focus. To learn to balance on skateboarding is super hard, you know, so you need like one-on-one attention at first usually.
Right.
Until you can do it yourself, you know.
I will say on the subject of skate parks, I am on a non-profit.
Nice.
Getting a park built or we're working on getting a park built for Lafayette. We already have.
That's awesome.
Location. Parks and Rec said, hey, you can have this location.
Nice.
And we have some preliminary designs, and we're just still working on fundraising and working with the city on. They're backing it. We're just working on them to be part of a project that's been earmarked for Parks and Rec. That's some money's there.
Yeah.
So that's been consuming some. When I got some spare time, I've been working on that. We've been working on it since like November last year.
Yeah, that's sick. We always need people that are willing to do that, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm the vice president of the nonprofit. So the guy Jason, he's the president. And we got a good little crew that, you know, everybody kind of does their part.
Yeah.
Does what needs to get done, and we've been lucky to have like a lot of businesses in town that are like will help us with fun. Like some guy owns like 5 Domino's. One night they did 10% of profits for all deliveries for all 5 locations went to the skate park.
Dude, that just sounds sick.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Hell yeah. Pizza and skateboarding, nice.
Can't go wrong.
More shredding, you know, you get the skate park, you get more shredding, they might want more pizza. Who doesn't love pizza?
Yeah, so it's been good. That's like one of the projects I've been working on, and then just preservation stuff. Like, we've been out of stuff for a little while, so it kind of was a little on the back burner, but now we're starting to get new stuff in, and I've been talking actually with Leo Romero, and he's going to do a bro model with us.
What? That's a cool idea. Leo's into music.
Leo is into some cool stuff.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And I've been friends with him for a long time, so I asked him. He's like, "Yeah, I'm totally down to do a board like with you guys."
Is that from? How'd you meet Leo? Foundation?
Yeah.
That's sick.
Like when he first got on Foundation, I was team managing.
What? That's sick. You got a little Leo Romero?
I get a little Leo Romero. He was a little guy.
Yeah, that's nice.
And yeah, dude, I have some. At that time, it was Leo, Corey, Ethan.
Wait, Corey who?
Corey Duffel.
Oh, gnarly. Ethan Fowler,
so
Corey Duffel.
Imagine those trips. Young Corey Duffel, young Leo Romero, and both of them like.
They didn't like each other. I'm pretty sure.
No. Well, they're pretty competitive.
Fair enough.
And so, and they were both handrail skaters, but like, Corey had his staples that he was always gonna do, but like Leo had a bigger bag of rail tricks.
Wow. News.
So it was like they were at each other's throats a lot, but like it was made for some insane tricks that went down.
It was crazy. Corey Duffel, and both of those guys, but Corey Duffel one time was like on the cover of every magazine because he just did this gnarly looking photo on a gnarly rail with a sick ass photo. Like I remember there was like one time where he was like on every magazine.
Yeah,
it's crazy,
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
was he? Sorry to cut you off. Sorry to cut you off, but was he accident prone? Did you have to take him to the hospital?
No.
Oh, no.
He was not accident prone.
He took some gnarly slams.
He takes some gnarly slam. The slam that's on the cover of That's Life.
Oh yeah, gnarly.
I was there that day.
Oh man, tell me that one. How'd that go down?
Dude, it was gnarly. Like,
what was he trying?
50-50. He was like just warming up.
What was it? On a big rail?
Just a rail. It wasn't that tall.
Yeah.
And it was kind of like, it was this really weird angle it went at. And like, I think for him, he's just one of those dudes, like, he needs to be probably a foot taller.
Yeah.
and he would have, like, no problem. But
yeah.
He's just like,
he's pretty tall though already.
Yeah, he's tall. He's a tall guy for sure.
So the spot was pretty gnarly then, if I was looking at it.
Oh yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mess with it, but like, it was just it was like everyone would go over the rail.
Oh okay.
Because it was like the rail almost kind of like went down sideways.
Sketch.
It was this really weird, just setup for it. But he just like slammed and like scorpion like dude right on his neck and like his head like.
Yeah,
so gnarly.
I saw that photo recently because there's like a Jamie Foy slam and someone took a still shot and he was like,
really?
It was the same as the Corey Duffel one, so they memed him like side by side.
That's hilarious, dude.
Did he just come up short? Was it just a rough day? Do you remember?
He was just warm. He wasn't warmed up. He was just like, it was just hey, warming up, goofing around. Like he just went for it, and it was a no buoyance.
Yeah, that's a rough one. That's funny though. That's a crazy time to be managing. You were the team manager?
Yeah.
Nice. You guys go on some trips, or like were you just focused on filming videos, and what was it?
No, we did. I did like so when I team managed at Tumieto, dude, we were always on trips.
That's sick.
So it's like like when I first started team managing Tumieto, it was like art bars time. So Markovich, Ethan, Shimizu,
heavy,
John West,
heavy. I love those videos too.
Yeah. Justin Strubing.
Yes.
Like so. Bunch of trips on those guys, and then it kind of transitioned to some of that younger crowd like Corey, Leo. But we those guys were workhorses, and we did a ton of traveling.
That's sick. How do you maintain the group, dude? You've been team managing for a long time. How do you keep it going, dude?
Those dudes were all pretty chill. Like you'd have it's really rooming the right people with the other person.
Ortiz and Andrew Cannon is out. Just he might cut his lip or something.
Right, exactly.
Hey, Corey and
don't put Corey and Leo in the same room.
and just bring Franklin, but just be prepared for an accident.
Oh God, yes.
Of some kind.
I will say, out of all the did Tumyeto, I did Hurley, I did Crimson, I did
Team Energy and skating,
Team
because you've
Energy, all
always
those teams.
in skating the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Always filming.
World.
Yep. Damn, that's heavy.
I will say, I don't know, dude. There was something about that world team that I put together with you and Andrew and Timmy and Derek Mendenhall. Like, that was like a crew that worked harder than probably everybody else that I worked with. But we still had fun.
Yeah.
But we were all down to just work our asses off.
Yeah, that's nice when you can do that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like hard to maintain that. It's like everyone's got to kind of have the same vision and have goals and be stoked. A lot of communication and
right.
Yeah, it's a lot.
yeah, absolutely. As you have found out in the last couple of years.
Yeah, fully, man. But yeah, I agree. That team, that was like, I was telling Kevin, I'm like, yeah, Charlie and RP are like the reason I got my first board, you know? Like, trying to tell him about you.
Absolutely. I was stoked to make that happen.
Yeah, that was sick, man. Thank you.
Put a light on.
Nice.
See so we can continue to see.
Yeah, thank you. Cheers, mate.
Cheers, sir. Good to hear from you.
What do you got, some soda? Soda water?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Some LaCroix.
Is that from down there? Where's that from? I wonder.
I don't know. They've been around for a long time.
Yeah.
It's definitely not here.
Nice.
How's your crew, dude? How's Timmy and Derek and the rest of the boys?
Well, Timmy seemed to find some balance between having a good time, learning, living, growing, and fucking actually hard work, you know? Like, he seems to have a pretty good balance in his life. He's got a lady, dog. I know he's been skating. He's sending me clips all the time, and I talk to him here and there. So, Timmy seems like he's crushing it and happy. And then, yeah, everyone's killing it. Billy's an electrician, skating his ass off, like, in his own way. Billy just does his own thing, right?
Yeah.
Shreds. We've been focused on this video, so, like, everyone's been going out every weekend. Everyone just, like, trying to work on their video part.
You have a date when it's going to drop?
Not really.
Or just when it's done, it's done?
Yeah, we'll know. We'll fucking know. We don't know yet, you know? Like, we'll know. We'll know when it's done, right? Yeah. I'm not done. I still want to keep going. I've been filming. I want to have, like, the best part I can, because 35 and, like, you know, I just, like, can still kind of get gnarly to a point that I'm comfortable at with certain tricks, you know? Like, I've been skating a lot of switch, because I can kind of, like, it's not as familiar, you know? Trying to film shit switch I never filmed in street.
Okay, nice.
But yeah, we've just been going, like, skating, filming, going to these cities every weekend and just fucking filming full episodes for our YouTube channel and Facebook, and then saving clips and all the antics in between, like going to all these cities and fucking crackheads hot. Like, we were in Worcester one time, and this lady's like, we're on the landings right into like a 4-lane traffic highway basically in the middle of Worcester, and I'm out there trying to watch her cars, and this lady comes up and she's like fucking stopping traffic on a road you shouldn't stop, and you're like, lady, just leave, you're not helping us. She's just fucking definitely. And then before she left, she's like, I gotta go get my cocaine now. I'm like, all right, see you later. But, like, you know, we're just out in the streets doing that type, like, skating spots, dodging cars, fucking.
That's amazing.
Bombing hills, a lot of bombing hills. That's always fun as fuck.
Nice, dude. Hey, dude, my buddy got destroyed bombing a hill like
rough
a couple months ago.
Yeah, brutal.
Dude, like, yeah, he looked like he got like in a car accident.
Yeah, some of them are like that. Some are basically car accidents.
Yeah, dude, it's insane.
Whereabouts? Where was he?
Like in Alabama.
They got hills out there? What kind of hills? Nice.
Yeah. He was on a trip with his lady and go and visit some friends, and they both skate. Him and his lady skate.
That's convenient.
And like, he just like charged it from the top, and he's like, dude, I should have went from like halfway.
Famous last words.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he was like sending us photos while he's in the hospital. I'm like, oh my god, dude, like, you look like you just got like a gnarly car accident.
Yeah, brutal. That shit happens, dude, for sure. You know?
Yep. Yeah.
I took one down.
Be safe, kids. Be safe from them hills.
Or don't. You're gonna learn either way. So
slide.
Figure it out.
Right.
I remember one time I was in Maine when I was a little kid, and I just got a skateboard, and there was like hills, and I was fucking around with hills, and I took one down too fast, speed wobble, fucking couldn't run it out, just took it to my like left shoulder back. The scab, seriously, Charlie, was like, besides being extremely fun to pick, it was also like my whole side, my whole fucking side, dude, was like the gnarliest scab. Like, I doiled it, I Franklined it for sure on that one. But dude, Franklin's the best person ever, and the gnarliest person. Yes. Have you talked to Frank in a while?
It's been a little bit. I think I here and there we'll text. I haven't like spoke to him on the phone in a little while.
Yeah.
I definitely am very amused every time I follow his Instagram or check out his Instagram.
You've known Franklin for a while. Describe him to people that might not meet him or might not know him. Because you've known him for a full spectrum. I'm sure you've seen him a whole spectrum.
So this is like Franklin to me. The first time I saw him, like I think I saw him. Maybe I might have even just been at a park or something. I saw him, and he charges. He like full on charges. Like
legend.
Skaters Cardiel, like
legend.
This is before like he got really hurt. So like shaved head. Like
intimidating,
kind of like muscular, big guy.
Intimidating.
And, yeah, intimidating, dude. Like, and I was just like, whoa, I'm not like getting in that dude's way. Like, it's just like fuck that. And then, once I got to know Mike and was like, we worked together and sweetheart, nicest dude ever. Like, would do anything for you. But like, yeah, he is. To use his phrase, a doyle.
Fair enough.
So he just goes for it.
Yeah.
I think that's the thing. He's not really that he can't skate or he's accident prone and he's also that dude that trouble follows around.
Yeah.
He's not looking to get into trouble, but it follows him around. But then he's not going to back down from it.
Yeah.
If it's presented his way. All right, well, I guess we're doing this.
Yeah, he's in. He's fucking in.
He's in. He's not like, yeah, you know what? Like, yeah, I'll just brush that off. Like,
we're not gonna half-heart. Yeah, we're not half-hearting this. We're going for it.
No. So, yeah, actually, that was so when he got in a motorcycle accident, I was in Tampa for Tampa. It must have been Tampa Pro because he wasn't with me. I was at Tampa Pro, and I was having dinner, and his girlfriend at the time called me and told me, like, hey, like, Mike's, like, she's crying. She's telling me he got in an accident. They're going to have to amputate his leg.
Gee.
Like, the gnarliest phone call I could probably ever get.
Yeah.
And I was like, so I was just, like, freaked out. I'm, like, talking to him. I was talking to her. Talk to his brother, and so I fly home the next day, and like go in the hospital to see him, and he's in a coma.
Jesus.
And so like
what do you think? What do you think right there? You're just like, fuck.
I'm like, dude, I don't know if he's gonna be brain dead. I don't know like what's gonna be up. So I think I just go see him, and then I go home, and I think maybe a couple days later I go back. Right, so he's still in ICU. And this is Franklin in a nutshell, right here. So I go in with this other guy as his friend. They're letting two people go at a time, and we're just talking to him. Hey, Mike, how you doing? Like, hey, buddy, like, hang in there. But when his friend, I'm trying to be quiet. His friend was talking kind of loud, and it's like, Mike. What do you like? And I'm like, all right, well, whatever. Mike kind of comes to, and like, I guess he had been kind of in and out a little bit, so he comes to, and I'm like, Mike, what's up, dude? Like, so we're like, how you feeling? What's going on? He's like, I'm like, Mike, dude, like. Let's go skate the park. Like, let's go down because he loved his skate park. He would always talk about it. I'd be like, dude, let's go skate the park. It's like, you want to go? He's like, yeah. But I don't think I can.
Yeah.
So like, oh, dude, sorry, I suck.
Oh, man.
And I'm like, right then and there, though, I knew, I was like, this dude's going to be fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, mentally, he was still the same dude, act the same way, like, and his if it was a matter of, like, how tough can you be to get yourself back where you need to be, rehab and stuff, I was like, they don't make them tougher.
Yeah. Agreed.
So, like, yeah, so I spent, like, better part of, like, the next month going up from where I lived up to where he lived, back and forth, and seeing him in the hospital.
Yeah, that was so fucking crazy. It's insane, man. And he's shredding now. Like, he's still going.
I guarantee you, he still has, like, 10 screws in his ankle.
Yeah.
His ankle doesn't move.
Yeah, man. He's fucking... Mike Franklin is in, my dudes. He's fucking in. Franklin's
He's definitely all in. Dude. So, if you guys don't know, go look him up. Look up some of his parts.
Yeah, please.
Like, he is gnarly. And he helps run that program over the hundreds.
Yeah. Wasn't there a world board you guys did?
Yeah.
How'd that work out?
It was like a benefit board.
Nice.
It was like proceeds went to help pay for his medical bills.
There it is.
And it was like I Heart MF.
Yeah, that was a sick graphic. The heart was like the devil, right?
And it was something like not MF, the bad word.
Yeah.
Mike Franklin or something like that. I remember it was really funny.
Yeah, it was like a spin on it. It was just a play with it. Yeah, that's sick, man. That's crazy. Okay, so jumping around a little bit, we'll switch it up now. We'll go to back to like foundation days. No, before foundation. I want to talk about Markovich. Basically, have you seen him in a while?
I haven't seen him. We text here and there. We both became fathers close to the same time. I think his son is about 6 months younger than my daughter.
Yeah.
I saw him a couple years ago. He came through New Orleans. Like, we hung out for a couple hours. Like, he was just kind of passing through. But yeah, I'll say this as far as Markovich goes. Like, if it wouldn't have been for, so I knew him growing up.
Yeah.
We would see each other at contests. Like, occasionally he'd come down. He'd stay at like my parents' house. Like, and we knew each other. We were kids, and then like we did a couple of NSA finals together, and then we probably didn't see each other for 10 years.
He skates fast too, right?
Mack truck, like beyond fast.
Yeah. I think that's what I've always liked about Kris Markovich.
Absolutely, dude.
Yeah.
And then so like I probably didn't see him for a good 10 years, and then I moved to California, and I was working at Duff's.
Nice. Duff's.
And I was working in the warehouse.
This is shoes, because people might not know, dude. Kids nowadays might not know about Duff's. It's been a while. That's it.
It's been a while. So it was a shoe company, and I was working in the warehouse just stocking and doing stuff. He skated for Duff's. And he came in and they had a mini ramp at Duff's.
Nice.
He came in one day, and I think he was skating the mini ramp or something, and the mini ramp was where the warehouse was, and it was kind of like fenced in. And he's like, sees me, we see each other, and he's like, dude, what the, like, and we just like rekindled our friendship.
Nice.
And so then we started staying in touch and like hanging out, and really Kris helped me by far get those first like couple of team manager jobs, like
nice
Foundation, Hurley.
Well, that's right. It's good to know people.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, he took care of me for, you know, I was just out there trying to do it however I could. It wasn't necessarily like trying to like live the dream as a pro skateboarder, but I wanted to be in the industry. I wanted to be around what I loved.
You did it.
And
you fucking did it.
I definitely did it. But I wouldn't have, the doors wouldn't open without his help, for sure. And his family took me in like one of their own at a time that was like, you know, those first couple years were really hard to be out there by yourself, and your family's, you know, 1,700 miles away.
Yeah.
And you're like I'll get home. I'll try to get home once a year to go see everyone. We'll see.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to make this happen.
Yeah, that's
but
it.
They really took me in, and like, his mom treated me as a son. Like, I spent holidays with him. Like, would stay. Like me and Kris hung out all the time. We lived together a couple times. Like,
that's rad.
So yeah, so like for sure, I wouldn't be anywhere near or wouldn't have accomplished what I accomplished in skateboarding without that dude.
Yeah, he's a pretty legendary dude for sure.
Absolutely.
He's doing art too, right? Is he still drawing and painting?
Yeah. He still does his all his artwork and like does a lot of one-off stuff, like where he makes a piece and then he'll sell it.
That's right.
He had a brand going for a while, and I'm not really sure if Given's still going or not.
We'll have to Google it. Kevin is on it. We'll get the employee on it.
You should actually have him on the show.
Yeah, I would love to. I've always been a fan because he skates so fucking fast. Like he made me want to do front shoves just on flat, but go super fast, and it just made it a whole nother trick.
Absolutely, dude.
Yeah, that's sick. And so, did you meet RP from Duff's?
So I met RP from.
Because didn't he work at Duff's too?
I think so. Yeah, I think from Duff's and like just around, like contests and whatever, and like always knew, like got to know him a little bit, and so actually at the time he was working at World, I was over doing Crimson
with Kris, right?
Like, the partners were splitting up and it was sort of dissolving, and I was kind of like stuck in this spot in the middle, getting pulled on both sides, and I didn't want that, and I didn't want to. I was friends with everyone, and I didn't want to pick a side, and I also felt like, hey, I need to do something that's more for me. Like, I need to just make my own path right here. I need to like just break it off and do what I need to do. And that was actually around the corner from World. And then I heard World was looking for a team manager. So, and at that time, the perception of World was like, they're so whack.
Yeah.
Like, everyone was just like, dude, like, they're super whack. But the fact that RP was there was the only reason that I was like, well, if he's there, they're trying to do something right.
Yeah.
And like, I would love to work with that dude.
Hell yeah, that's sick.
So that's he was the main reason I was like. Other than I was in this weird spot, but I was like, I'm gonna go do this because I trust the guy that's at the helm. Yeah,
that's epic. That's cool that you chose to do something new too, or try something new, take an opportunity.
Yeah. It was just I had been lucky enough to have someone like Markovich taking care of me and setting me up to be in the right positions.
Yeah.
But I had at that point I needed to go do my own thing.
Yeah. That's sick. So that's where you really met RP then, not Duff's. Or you just knew him?
I knew him.
Yeah.
I knew him, and then like skated with him here and there, saw him through other team riders and things, and knew him, but I didn't really get to know RP until we started working together.
Yeah, you guys are a good combination. You guys killed it. I love the team. You know what I liked about the team too is a lot of variety. That's the thing nowadays with everyone memeing certain skating and shit. It's like I like to see a diverse team.
That was always my thing with that particular team. With World is all that team. Everybody brought something different to the table.
Yeah, it was nice.
And that's what I really focused on, was like, all right, well, I don't need another Andrew Cannon. I don't need another Anthony Shetler. I don't need another like Timmy. I need like all collectively everyone's awesome. And then Derek was like that last piece.
Yeah.
Of like, what are we missing?
Yeah, for sure. Derek was perfect for that position. He crushed it. His style alone, he just has that
epic, sure.
He's still going, yeah. It's sick. I went out there not that long ago and skated with him. It was pretty fun.
Nice.
Lurked around, ate some of his girls' donuts, and went and bought some legal weed for the first time. It's good times.
I know. What was your first stop? Is he in Long Beach?
Yeah, he's in Long Beach.
What was your first spot?
I think
that you had to go eat at?
It was Holy Moly, I think, then In and Out, maybe.
It was definitely Holy Moly.
It was. It was. That was the first fucking thing I did. I landed on the airport, I got off, and I was like, I got some time to kill. So then I got some Holy Moly, and then I went and bought some weed legally. And then I went to Cherry, and I lurked at Cherry's for 2 days. Basically, just skated, met some Foundation riders. That was kind of cool, like current day, you know. And then just skated Cherry.
That new video is pretty damn good. I just watched it this morning.
Yeah, it's online right now. What's it called? Do you remember?
No.
We'll have to look it up.
Maybe Souvenir, I think it's called.
Oh, weird. Yeah, we'll have to look it up. The new Foundation video.
Oh, yeah. Souvenir.
It is?
Yeah.
Oh, sick. Did you watch it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I have to watch it. I'm behind, dude.
For once, I'm like actually on point.
Oh, nice.
Usually I'm way behind.
Crazy.
And the only reason I got it because my filmer Todd, my buddy Todd, sent it to me, and he was like, "Oh, he always like, hey, you seen this? You seen this?" I'm like, no. I'm like, my time is just really limited to between, full-time job, get home, reprieving my wife, letting her have some time, wanting to be chilling with the baby, and then when on a weekend or whenever I find the time, I'm like, hey, like I got to get some skating in, and then also trying to push Preservation and Blue Monday and get a skate park built.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's good though. It seems like you found some balance. That's why I was like, it's sick that you're a father, because like you could do it all. You seem to be able to balance things out. And
it's making that priority. Like for me, it's really important. Like I still love skating. I still want to skate as much as I can, but I really center it around like, all right, when and do I know my daughter is going to be napping for a couple hours?
Yeah.
So I'll sneak out, skate for a couple hours, and then I'll have the rest of the afternoon. It's usually like I'll try to do it in the morning because I know she'll be up, and then she'll nap for a couple hours, and then like the rest of the day, like I want to hang out with my wife and my daughter.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Be a good dad and just be a good family.
Yeah. Why else would you? You take it on because that's what you want for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's awesome, and I try to do the same with my wife and be like, hey, like, like on a Sunday or whenever, like, hey, go do a yoga class, go do what's gonna make you happy, go do your thing.
Yeah. I'm
gonna chill, and like we're really good at balancing that with each other.
Yeah, it's nice to have a good partner.
Yes. And what about you? Tara's still your partner? You guys still in crime over there?
Yeah, crushing it. She's been pole dancing and working and going to school, and just I'm doing skateboard stuff and working and just
She's still a beast, dude.
Yeah, she's killing it still.
She's just ripped.
Yeah.
To shreds.
Contortion, pole dancing. She likes fitness challenges. She's still crushing it. Yeah.
Hey, Anthony. Speaking of which, I did a half marathon earlier this year.
Did you? Wow.
I just want to see if I could do it.
Wow, you did it. How'd you do?
I did it. I did good. I trained for about 5 weeks, and then I did it in 2 hours.
Damn, that's good. I don't know. What's the average? Do you know?
Bad. It's not bad. I averaged, I think right at like 9 minutes a mile, or right under 9 minutes a mile.
That's awesome. First one?
Yeah, first one.
Nice. What made you want to do that?
I have a buddy that's really into running, my buddy Andy, and I ran into him, and I was like running a little bit. Like I spent like a couple years when I was living in New Orleans. I was coaching CrossFit.
Oh, sick.
And I also taught a ladies boot camp.
Is it anything like skateboarding? Is it anything like managing skateboarders?
Some of those skills came through for the boot camp.
Oh, nice.
Just gotta like corral people and keep everybody going.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I was just I've always been like into fitness.
Yeah, you've been the whole time you were like.
I don't know. It was one of those goals I always had in my head. It was like I want to do this just to say I did it.
Yeah.
Like I thought I was like I want to do a marathon. I was like, well, hold your horses.
Let's learn to crawl, bud.
Marathon.
Yeah.
And see if you can get through that, because that's 13.1 miles, and like I was a casual runner. I wasn't like be like, hey, I'm gonna run 10 miles and we're run 8 miles or whatever.
You're no Forrest
Gump. I can run
bro.
like 5 miles, no problem, you know. So I just like trained for a good couple weeks, and yeah, I was stoked.
That's awesome. Yeah, one of my favorite movies is Forrest Gump, dude. All he did was run. That's it.
And he was running.
He just kept running so much that he figured he'd just keep running, and he ran all the way. That's hilarious. But that's awesome, dude. That's like, I can skate around the block. I don't know about running.
If your mindset was to it, you could do it.
Yeah, it seems like it would be the best thing ever, though, for some reason. Do you ride bikes?
It was nice. It was like March, like mid-March, so it was still a little chilly.
Yeah, nice.
But it wasn't like cold.
What? Wait,
so,
and
like,
this was down there in Louisiana?
Yeah.
What's it get in the winter? What's cold to you?
Come on, Anthony. It's nothing compared to you.
Okay, thanks.
I know it's. I know I'm not putting on 10 layers with ice down the street.
I'm just saying. I just want to know what your idea of cold is.
We got like a couple of. We got some 20s, some. We actually, like, this past winter was one of definitely the most memorable, like, actual winters. Not like, oh, it got 40 once.
Yeah.
Like, it was actually like pretty cold for weeks at a time.
Yeah. Different.
Right. But I'll go tit for tat with you in the summertime for the heat and humidity.
I know. Dude, you guys are fucking sweating balls out there. How hot's it get in the summer?
Dude,
brutal, right?
It's brutal. Well, it's like the humidity. So it's like, 98 degrees outside, and you walk outside and the humidity's like 150%, and you walk out and like you're instantly just beads of sweat. Just you walk, and it's like a hot, wet blanket when you walk outside. Just
yeah. That's like August here. You're just sweating for no reason. You're like, what the fuck am I sweating? Like, it's just hot out.
Still pretty warm. Like it was 80. It was 91 today.
Oh, damn, 91 and humid.
Wasn't very humid. Like the humidity's like going away, but we're like, damn, when is that fall weather gonna hit?
Oh, we got the best fall weather right now. It's been amazing.
I bet.
Dude, it's the best, but it's also like kind of troublesome because all I know is like the snow's coming, and that means we can't go film. We can't go film.
You just gotta enjoy that window.
I know. It's hard to accept
enjoy
that
window.
I mean, I got the edge, so I know I can skate, and we usually do a trip out to somewhere warm in the winters, so it's nice. But just like when you're filming your part and you know that it's gonna rain, you're only gonna get so many more weekends, so you just kind of like trying to get the last shit and just go hard. It's coming.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's crazy. Sick, man. Well, what's going on with the fitness stuff? Are you doing something with that right now?
I'm not doing any coaching or any of that stuff right now. I've been able to do it just for myself.
Nice,
so
like as a pleasure.
Like, sort of a change. It's been a little bit of a change, like, because when I coached a bunch, but I also always did the workout because I felt like I had to know what it was about, how it felt, to really be able to talk about it.
Yeah.
But I loved and really enjoyed doing CrossFit workouts.
Yeah.
I've shifted a little bit. I did some of that for a little while, and I've been doing like a bunch of body weight stuff. There's these dudes on YouTube, the jump rope dudes. So I've been doing like their workouts, which is like a bunch of jump roping stuff.
Right.
So it's like pretty good cardio stuff.
That's awesome.
But I usually like hit that first thing in the morning, and then reserve weekend time for skating.
Nice. And how goes the diet?
It's changed. It's still healthy. It's always going to be healthy.
Hell yeah.
But I'll definitely get down. I'll have some fish, some shrimp, do a little dairy.
What's the worst thing you could have right now that would be the best tasting thing ever? What's your Ortiz snack choice if you had to?
I still really don't have. I don't have that. Like, it's been so long that I don't really have like that. Like
red velvet.
Yeah. Like, yeah. I've been a little more like lenient, I guess. Like a little more like, oh, I'll take a little bite of that. I'll take a bite of a piece of that cake or whatever. Like,
yeah.
But I guess I did it for so long, so like healthy and vegan, and like I still like, I'm like, ooh, there's like a vegan cookie, or there's a vegan like really healthy salad with like quinoa and tofu and I'm like, I'll take that.
Yeah.
Yes, like amazing.
Well, good for you, bro. Good for you.
Yes.
No, that's good. It's always been good that you're a good role model. You're a good example of a human. I would be like sleeping on your floor, beat up, sweaty, like just probably broken off from skating. You're like doing all these stretches and like
be having a date with Tony Horton.
You've already got your like tea or coffee going, and you're like stretched. You're watching videos. You're reading books, and like I was sleeping on your floor.
Hey, that's what it was for, man. That's what it was for.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Fucking awesome.
Absolutely.
We're going into November here, and we got our 5th annual New England Am coming up.
Oh, nice. When is it?
It's November 3rd.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty hyped. We got a new PA system, so that thing bumps. It's super loud. The music's it fills out the whole skate park, and then we're switching it up this year too. We're gonna do individual runs. So more like in the same vein of like a Tampa, where it's just, it's not jammed. Before we were doing shops and like,
right.
Then I was kind of like, I like the idea of having the pressure on the individual instead of the group. I was like, we might as well try it all, So this year we're going to do that.
You got to let those Timmy canoes have those perfect runs, dude.
Dude, Timmy, right? Back to Timmy. We're back at Timmy. Describe Timmy to people.
Timmy. Timmy's a funny one because like, okay, so Timmy was a dude. I don't really know if he got on through like Rep Flow. He was Flow whenever I got on World, and he was like Timmy's always super good, but like he was a young kid, and he was like
from Florida, right?
And so if someone gave him something free, like. Hey, here's this purple t-shirt. He'd be hyped. He was just like hyped on like getting, like, hey, I got some free stuff. Cool.
Yeah, like someone hooked him up.
He rode for this clothing company, and like their stuff was really loud, and it wasn't one. He's a redhead, all red, like
ginger,
like very very mild, calm, like. Super white skin, very mild mannered looking, like so like wearing like a red shirt isn't doing him any favors. So literally,
you got him early, bro.
And we recognized the talent.
Yeah.
But we just had to like be like, hey Timmy, like look, dude, like we just kind of had to educate him, like, look, you don't have to always take whatever someone gives you, like, hey, like. Like, we don't want to tell you how to dress, but if you want to go somewhere with this, like, you need to tone it down. You got to, like, just stick to, like, the basics. Like, otherwise, no one's ever really going to, like, want to take you serious.
Yeah.
And, like, but Timmy paved his own path, like, so, because we were always in the beginning, we were on the fence, like, do we put this dude on? Do we not put him on? Until we went to... back to the banks.
Yeah, I remember this. I wasn't there, but I remember this.
In New York?
Yeah, I might have been there, but I wasn't on World. But I remember this.
What did he do? Was it
kickflip nose grind, frontside nose grind?
Kickflip frontside nose grind.
I nose grinded it.
On the rail.
And it was an accomplishment.
Yeah, and the rail was not
no.
like anything to play with, and like he straight kickflip nose grinded, and like you had all the East Coast dudes there. You had Steve R. You had like everyone, and they were like hyped.
Yeah.
Like, so he got his blessing there, and he cut his teeth there.
Yeah.
And I think like from then on, he got a little known, and it was a little easier for him to pave his path.
Yeah. Yeah, it makes sense. I mean,
But Timmy, insanely good.
Yeah, unbelievable. It's been sick.
He was one of those kids in the beginning, though, that could do like every trick, but probably shouldn't do some of those tricks.
Yeah.
So I had to be like, hey, Timmy, don't do this.
You know who's another one like that? Was like Billy Marks. Were you ever on a team with Billy Marks?
Billy was after my time.
Oh, okay.
At Tomieto.
Yeah, Billy was like that too, like unbelievable, but like had like the circus tricks too, you know, but trying to take him serious, you know. You're like, oh god, it's too much. It's too much sometimes.
Yeah.
You can understand that. You like a good crisp back three, right? Like just simplicity of something.
I like simplicity. I will take Derek Fukuhara pushing down the street.
Yeah.
Or like any Kenny Anderson part, or like just good basic stuff that looks good.
Yeah, me too.
And that was my whole premise when I started Blue Monday. So Blue Monday's like the little accessories brand I do.
I remember you.
T-shirts.
Yep.
And I put together. I asked a couple of dudes to ride for it, but it was all dudes that I just liked the way they skateboard.
How long ago was this? When did you start it?
About 2 years ago.
2 years, sick. And who'd you reach out to?
So, on a whim through Instagram, I'm like, let me see if Mark Johnson would be interested.
Nice.
And this was right after like he had his whole thing with Carol, and like kind of was like, you know, like had a lot of things going on, and he's like, yeah, dude, I'm down.
Sick. Like fucking A.
Because I know him. I don't know him well, but I know him, and I've known him for years. You know, if we'd see each other, we'd be like, say hi. So I was just like, it's always been one of my favorite skateboarders, period.
One of the best styles, right?
Dude, absolutely. So, like, my whole thing was, like, I want dudes that I like to watch skateboard.
Solid idea.
I asked him. He was like, yeah, sure. And I was like, and I never said, like, hey, I'm a hardware brand. I'm a Bearing brand. I just want to do accessories. I just want to do stuff. If this run of the line, I want to do bolts and bearings. Cool. Next time, maybe I want to do combs, or I want to do whatever.
Yeah.
Like, and that was the thing. So, like, someone like Mark's like, well, dude, he's like, yes. And then I was all hyped, and we were going back and forth. And then he was like, oh, dude, you know, I didn't realize you make bearings. Like, I ride for Ondelay. Like, I'm like, dude, well, it's like, I'm just an accessories brand. So,
yeah.
Like, and then he talked to them. They were cool with it. And he was like, well, all right, dude, I'm in.
That's cool. That's good that they're down. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, so I got, like, Mark, my buddy Gotham, who lives in New York.
Oh, I know Gotham. Gotham shreds. Good style, too.
Good style. Loved his style. Lance Chapin, who rides for Killing Floor. Another good style. Christian Dufresne.
Nice. How's Christian?
Christian's good, man. Killing it.
Yeah, he's really good at skateboarding.
He is. And Jordan Trahan.
Oh, hell yeah. Jordan's got a good style. Shreds, too, dude. Solid choice.
Yeah, so that was my dudes right there.
Yeah, that's a solid lineup.
That's my squad.
That's rad. And everything's going well?
Yeah.
That's
like,
awesome.
We sold through our first, like, batch of bolts. I still have some bearings left, and I'm just like, and I wanted, like, cool packaging. Like, I'm a fan of, like, I didn't want to just do the same thing everybody's doing. Like, end of the day, like, let's just be honest, the product's all going to be close to the same.
Yeah.
It's bearings. The wheels are going to roll. They're going to be good. Bolts, they're going to hold your trucks on. They're going to be Phillips head or Allen, maybe a mixture of both, but you can't change it so much that you're offering a different product.
And when people do, sometimes they try. It's just like sometimes it just doesn't work because it's too much or whatever, you know?
Right.
Like you try to make skateboards out of something else, and it's like you don't have the same feeling. It's not the same feeling.
Right. It's not the same as 7-plies, hardwood maple, like...
Yeah.
It goes.
It lasts forever, but it feels like a piece of dog shit, and I have to ride it now forever. Thank you.
Exactly. Yeah. So I had this look and feel that I wanted to do. I wanted this like men's grooming vintage like kind of look and feel to the product, and I knew like I wanted dudes that I just thought were rad looking on a skateboard, and just worked on the packaging for a while. Like, so I have like bearings kind of have like a flip top, and it's like corrugated cardboard inside, and the bearings sit in like 8 little holes.
Nice.
And then the bolts I did little matchboxes.
Oh, sick.
Slide the matchbox out, and the bolts were all in there. And I sold through the bolts, so like now I'm trying to. I could order more bolts. That's not a problem, but I want to change the packaging.
Oh yeah, nice.
And like I'm trying to like figure that out. And I have like other ideas of tools and different things that I want to do, and it's just a matter of. I have the concepts in my head, but it's a matter of finding a way to execute them.
Yeah, that's sick though. I'm glad. Like that's another thing. I'm like, you've carved out a bit of your time, like through having a child. You still carve out time for these sick things to do, that have to do with skateboarding. It's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, in the day, I think if I'll always want to be a part of skateboarding in some way, shape, or form, like being in it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm always going to love it and be a fan of it, but being in it and being a part of it and, like, being able to give back to it, because I feel like I got so much from it. Like, I was blessed to have traveled the world and been a pro skateboarder and like got to know tons of people and have cool experiences and
hell yeah,
like travel the world with you and just it gave so much to me other than just the pure joy that you get from skateboarding.
Yeah,
that being able to create and be a part of that world and feel like you're getting something positive back to me is always like super motivating to want to be a part of it.
Yeah, and it stokes me out because it's good. We need people that, like, it's crazy that skateboarding is like generational now, like it makes me think of the Olympics or something like that because it's going in there, bro. But it's just like skateboarding has already gone. Like me and Kevin, we just got back. We went to see the movie Mid-90s from Jonah Hill.
Oh, how was it?
It was pretty good. I actually enjoyed it. I was going into it with like the idea of like this is like a Hollywood thing kind of, just because I guess Jonah Hill's involved, but
yeah.
I don't really know, but I was just like, you never know how these movies go. They could be really fucking horrible,
Right. Well, every time they try to do a movie that involves skateboarding, it's usually terrible.
Yeah, because it's usually people that like don't really skate, or there's no connection, or they've always like there's something off. You're like, Jesus Christ, like who made that decision? But this one was like along the same veins as like Kids. You ever seen the movie Kids?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it was raw. It was just about young kids that met at a skate shop and they curse way too much and said inappropriate words and then experiment with drugs and, sketchiness happens and then it's just like...
It's part 2?
What's that? Yeah. Well, it's not part
2?
I wouldn't say part 2. It's got its own thing. It's like...
Yeah.
It's its own thing for sure. It was sick because that kid, Nikel Smith, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's in it and it's his first time acting. Sonny, right?
Yeah.
Sonny was the only kid that was an actual actor, right? I believe.
Yeah, he actually skates too.
He shreds. Yeah, we were looking at his thing. But there's 2 kids in there that it's their first time acting. Jonah Hill wrote and directed it. Olin skates too, I believe.
Yeah, Olin Burnett.
Yeah. So, but I don't know. It was cool. It was like done really well. Music was sick. It was all mid-90s, so it had all the references you could imagine. Like gangster rap, Ninja Teenage Mutant. It was like it took me back a little bit. I was like, yeah, I remember some of these feelings,
Yeah, I definitely want to see it, and it's gotten some good reviews. So
yeah,
and he's just like Jonah Hill was, like he was a skateboarder. Like he actually like digs skateboarding, but was a skateboarder too.
Yeah, what we went to was it was like a screening because they want me to podcast with some of the kids that did the movie, and yeah, I thought that was cool. I might do that next Sunday. But we watched the movie in New York. Me and Kevin drove 4 hours or whatever to New York, got in the city, paid for parking, ran around the corner, went to this hotel. It's a screening at the bottom. It's like a theater inside a hotel. And we went in and watched the movie. Sick. Jonah Hill came out, said a little thing, and then we watched the movie. And then after it spilled out to this like bar area, and they just gave you free beers and fucking hors d'oeuvres and stuff like that. And the cast just hung out, so we got to like meet them and say hi and stuff. Yeah, it was a cool little experience. It was nice to go to New York, honestly. Just going to New York is fucking insane.
Yes.
Like just going into New York is a fucking thing.
That's definitely a thing.
But yeah, it was cool, man. That movie is pretty good too. Like, not my favorite movie, but good movie.
That's cool though.
Yeah, but people will feel whichever way. Like I was saying, skateboarding is kind of like
I don't know. It's crazy. It's like so into culture now, into it in a normal way, like a mainstream type way, you know?
Right. It's ingrained in the culture.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not this weird outcast thing. It's like, yeah.
It's grown to something like where there's grandpas that skateboard. You know what I mean? Which is sick. Whenever we're on trips and whoever has the keys, I'm like, this is grandpa. The keys are grandpa. We have to take care of grandpa. Whoever has them is grandpa. Okay? Pass those keys around responsibly.
I always held on to the keys.
Yeah,
the keys.
You were grandpa.
I was grandpa because I don't trust anybody to return the damn keys.
Well, you had Franklin fucking almost killing himself. Remember the time, dude, he fucking tore his urethra, dude. That's like, it's another one.
Of course I remember that one.
Urethra Franklin. It was.
In Dallas.
What was that trip?
That was in Dallas, and I spent the night with him in the hospital, and he stayed on for a couple more days, and then I had to send him home. But he was pissed because he wanted to go because we were going to Louisiana. We were going to my parents' house.
Hell yeah!
And he was pissed because he really wanted to go.
He wanted the food for sure to fall asleep on the floor like me, dude.
Exactly. He wanted to scavenge for the gumbo in the middle of the night, looking in the dishwasher.
Oh, that's right. Dude, that's another one though. Like, dude, that's twice why you're responsible for that guy. Come on, Doyle. Keep it together, bro. Keep it together. He's one of those dudes that he's so epic, like he's on the edge. You're like, you gotta be careful. Tone it down. Exactly. Tone it down, bro.
Exactly.
When's the last time you've seen Andrew?
I talked to him about 2 weeks ago.
Nice.
It's been a while since I saw him.
Yeah, he's on the other coast now, Mr. Cannon.
Yeah. But I spoke to him not too long ago. Like, I just texted him, and then he called me, and we were just talking, and because he's been doing some triathlons.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So he's running, swimming, bike. So he's got another Instagram he rolls. It's the fucking ultimate.
Nice.
Is the Instagram, and so I started following his Instagram and saw just kind of his fitness journey, and it's cool. That's the last dude I ever expected to be on that. But also he always did love swimming, and then he got into biking, when we were all in doing world stuff.
Yeah.
So I could see the gradual, and then he started living in Santa Cruz. So and they have triathlons, and there's clubs and stuff there. So I think it was a natural progression for him, and he's all vegan.
Wow, really? That's crazy. That's rad. Yeah, Andrew, you could always tell Andrew is trying to figure stuff out, and I never really worried about Andrew, He seemed like he was going to handle himself, He
had his fallback was he had a degree.
Yeah.
He was smart enough to graduate, and he could be a teacher if he wanted to.
Yeah.
So that was a fallback, for him. But he's just so personable, but also so intelligent and has a lot of forthright. He can really sort of look down the road and look to see, hey, how's it progressing? What's the next thing? What's hey, let me talk to. He was good at just socializing with everyone, but gaining something from it as well.
Yeah.
And not in a malicious way. He just was generally after that knowledge of making himself better.
Yeah, that's what it seems like for sure. He always seemed like he had goals and ambitions,
Yeah, and it's just his personality's a fun. Let's just be honest. Given the chance, if some
Andrew's awesome.
Some producer or director or casting agent saw him in the right setting, they'd be oh no, we're putting this dude in this movie, he's going to be blah 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 blah, and he would kill it.
Yeah, I'm surprised I feel like that's where he would win, because he's very
absolutely,
he's outgoing. He'll be the dude that'll smash an awkward moment with a stranger somehow and just go in,
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, sick. It's good. Yeah, I've talked to him not too long ago. It's been a little bit. But it's good to know he's doing well. But he's fucking trying to take you out in fitness, though, it sounds like. Just saying. He's coming for you.
Trying, dude.
Yeah,
he might get me on the triathlon, but if you give me some proper training time, I'll catch his ass.
What do you think Andrew was at his heaviest? Be honest now. Be honest. And I'm going to send him this snippet. I'm going to cut this part out, and I'm going to put it on Instagram, and it's just going to be you being mean. Just kidding.
220, 230.
Not too bad. Not too bad.
That range. No, he was... No, see, I think he is naturally built as a bigger guy.
He seems that way. He's got big thighs.
His bone structure is that way. Like, he was always going to be a bigger guy. Like, it's just his body wasn't going to be real thin.
Yeah.
But he also, in his heyday, like, him and Ortiz together was a lethal combination. Because both dudes were gonna enjoy the shit out of what they were eating, and they were getting dessert.
Yeah.
But at least, Andrew was skating. He was like active, but he just, like, his diet wasn't good. And then when he was a drinker, he was a terrible drinker.
Yeah.
Like,
I never caught that, Andrew.
He was fun.
Yeah. He was fun.
Yeah, he was fun.
He does have Slayer tattoos, doesn't he? And like, does he have some gnarly?
He's a gnarly human being, man. He's a gnarly human being, but he's absolutely. But no, once actually, so that was like the turning point for him. He stopped drinking. He realized like it wasn't good for him. It wasn't like he's just a dude who can't do it. Like it's not a one, I'm done, or 1 or 2 and I'm done. It was all or nothing.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
So like when he realized like, hey, I'm not made for this. I can't do it, and he quit. Like things just he started like it was this metamorphosis. Like everything started changing. He was getting these gigs doing announcing, like, and that snowballed into other stuff, and like it was really a great turning point for him, and like where he really started thriving.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people like that. They have like this power or energy, and they just don't have the focus, or there's like something that puts the lens off a little, and you're taking all that energy and aiming it at shit that doesn't matter, that like spark. Because Andrew's definitely a larger than life dude. There's a lot of dudes, Franklin too, like a lot of dudes where you're just like, if they could like harness that spark into a healthy, productive.
Andrew can harness it.
Yeah.
Franklin's on the other end of the spectrum.
Yeah, he was just wielding it. He was riding it.
Yeah.
Exactly. But yeah.
He had the sword. He had the Gray Skull sword, but he couldn't wield the power of Gray Skull.
Wow, it's come there.
He-Man reference.
Classic humans, though, right? Solid team, dude. That was some of the best times of my life, dude. Like, is that where Andrew got his board too? His first board? Timmy?
Yeah.
Andrew, me? Yeah. That's so crazy, dude. Derek? Yeah, that's heavy, dude. Was that like a conscious decision to get dudes like and turn them pro, or like you didn't want to go get like a?
No, you were the only one that was like, hey, we want to take this dude and we're gonna turn him pro.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Because we knew where you were at Zoo Yark, and we were like, heard rumblings that like they talked about turning a pro, and then like they sort of shifted and they were putting more focus on Chaz, and they wanted to do this, and we're like, well, we want this dude on our team. We want him to be pro for us.
Hell yeah. Yeah, that's what I remember it being like. Like, you guys were down instantly.
Yeah, we were like, no, like, this is the plan. Like, this is what we want to do. Like, all the other dudes were like, Andrew went and was like, what do I got to do to make this happen? He was like, give me a plan, and I'm going to do it.
Yeah, he seems like he's driven like that. Like, he was working towards it.
And then Timmy just was like...
He almost didn't make the cut, bro.
Hey, do you remember when we went down and surprised him?
Yeah.
It was his birthday, I believe.
Yeah, that was a sick time, dude.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
You were in on one of those,
Yeah, that's true. Timmy, yeah. That's why, like, I think Timmy and I just keep together, because, like, I don't know, I feel like I'm related to Timmy because of those trips and that time, and, like,
absolutely.
What you were saying about Timmy and his dressing and stuff is, like, yeah, I saw it, but what I see is like just a kid who's just like skate rat at heart, like he doesn't.
Oh, absolutely.
That's why he had no sense of style. He was just at a skate park skating. That's how he gets those kick flips like that. It's like he's probably done more than 10,000. Like You know, like, yeah, exactly. So it's like, yeah, but it's he definitely, like, it was sick to see him find his, like, his own personality and stuff. It's cool that we got the board, and yeah, that was such a sick time, dude. Thanks again, Chuck.
You're welcome, sir.
That was cool to surprise him too, and like that whole party, and that board was sick. Like, someone actually just brought that board up, the one with the one that.
Greetings from Florida.
Yeah, because Death Wish just did a tour, and they kind of like used a similar thing.
I saw that.
Yeah, someone was like tagging, like, "Hey,
that's awesome.
They're ripping Dimmy off." I'm like, "Fuck 'em." Yeah, man.
Yeah, that one was awesome. Derek's was really cool because I felt like he was a dude who deserved it a long time before that, but no one gave him a big enough chance.
Yeah.
Like, his ripping was there. He put in the work. He put in the video parts. He did it. He just sort of got lost in the shuffle.
Yeah.
And didn't have the right people behind him to say, like, yeah, dude, we go. Like, let's do this.
Yeah, you guys nailed it on that one for sure. Because Derek is like, there's certain dudes that have that like control and finesse that like Forrest Kirby, Eric Costin, Derek Fukuhara. Like, there's dudes that have, like, I've seen them skate in person, and I'm like, the amount of control with the style is, like, I've never seen. You see it in certain people, you know? Like, that was a good call to turn him pro, for sure. Like, he's done a lot, yeah.
Exactly. It was, like, no question. Like, he had already did the work.
Yeah.
And it was just, like, we just need to get your name out there a little bit more again and get people, put some stuff out.
Yeah.
It's there. So that was cool, because, like, you know, that was, like, a genuine... the party we had for him where I got to present him his board and everything, like he had a hand in it, but like to be able to share that moment with him and like be like, here dude, like here's your board, you're pro.
Yeah, that's epic.
Yeah, like it was super epic. It was like a dude who genuinely deserved it for a long time and finally got what he deserved.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, fuck yeah. Timmy and Derek are two of my favorite people.
Absolutely.
Because of the World Days, for sure. That's like where we all met, shredded, went on those trips. It's like becomes your skate family, you know?
Absolutely.
And then you get that one cousin, and he's the Doyle, you know? Like the cousin Doyle.
You gotta have the black sheep somewhere. there's the cousin no one wants to talk about. There's the Uncle Eddie always. Something like that.
Yeah, I gotta have Franklin back on the podcast. Definitely.
Dude, for sure.
It's been a while. I'm sure his life has been all over the place.
You know it has.
He's been charging it and surviving it. Legendary status. He-Man style, like fucking...
Absolutely.
Fuck it. Well, fuck, man. I don't know. We covered it all for now.
I think so. Yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up and go get a little time with the little one before she goes to bed.
Fuck yeah.
And have the rest of my night to think about how epic this was.
Charlie, thank you as always, my friend.
Thank you, Anthony. I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, fuck yeah. We'll give it some time and we'll come back, dude. We'll give it like a little bit and then we'll do this again.
Yeah, for sure.